First, I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Kelly. This has been a great day. From working with the weather, the music of the church, the ring ceremony, everything went off without a hitch. Earlier today, I was talking to Kevin, Caitlin's younger brother, and I asked Kevin, I said, Kevin, what's your first memory of you and Caitlin? He said, oh, I believe it was when Caitlin tackled me in the backyard and we had a tickle fight. Well, I'm going to talk about my first memory. Some people go to...
Talk about the second memory, not the first.
My first memory took place on the second floor of the stone house behind me. From the time I was born until Joe moved off to college, we shared a room together. Oh, hello, David. And every night, long after Mom put us to bed, we'd lay there, and after about 30 minutes, I'd whisper across the room, "Hey, Joe, are you still awake?" "Yeah, I'm still awake." 5 minutes later, I'd say again, "Hey, Joe, are you still awake?" "Yeah, I'm still awake." 5 minutes later, "Joe, you still up?" "Yeah, but if you'd shut up, I'd be fast asleep by now." Every night after he dozed off, I'd doze off, I'd get up in the middle of the night and I'd go climb in my bed with my brother Joe. That's real sweet, but until you find out the real reason I was over there. The real reason is I had wet my bed and I needed a dry place to sleep. And since the early days of sleeping in the same room, we've made thousands of memories. Here are some of my favorites. We traveled to New York every Thanksgiving. I can remember waking up to the whistle of Grandpa Joe's teapot. We'd go out and play in 2 feet of snow. We ran up and down Siesta Key Beach every Christmas with all the Ballard cousins. We were robbed blind by our cousins Sarah and Mary while playing intense games of Monopoly.
Cheater.
We spent every evening during the spring and fall at the soccer fields, Dean Watts Park, with my mom. We spent every Friday night in the fall at Garnis Martin Field watching the Bardstown Tigers. Under Martha Mattingly's leadership, we became the best dishwashers in town at the old Holiday Inn. We skied every mountain out west with the Hamiltons, Newcombs, Chownings, and Greenwells. We drove from Rochester to Boston to watch the 100th running of the Boston Marathon. Turned out to be the longest drive in history because Joe and Sean Ellis had the world's first confirmed case of travel gas. We huddled outside the bathroom door at the big house with Emerson and Kent so we could listen to our cousin Chris practice his Sunday sermon in the shower. We taught the BC guys that the key to keep from getting hungover was to finish on an even number of beers. We both received a slap from WWF superstar Double J, Jeff Jarrett, on New Year's Eve 2008. We have sat in Commonwealth Stadium, Section 112, Row 2, through the Bill Curry, Hal Mummy, Guy Morris, Rich Brooks, Joker Phillips, and next year we'll have another coach. We were there when Stevie got loose on Pikey Conway's University of Louisville Cardinals. Until recently, Joe and I thought we were the biggest UK fans in our family. Until we found out our younger sister Kate's a lot more loyal than either of us. And I also remember that being there on Taylorsville Lake in the summer of 2009 when Joe brought Caitlin on their first date, what I would consider date. Caitlin had no clue it was a date. And Caitlin, we are thrilled that you are a part of our family, and we're thrilled that your family has accepted Joe as one of your own. To our family, Joe has always been Joe Fish or Joe Buddy. But I learned last night that to you and your family, he's Joey Boots. They already have a Joe Fish, so Joey Boots is good with me. So I ask you to please join me in a special Guinan toast to Joey Boots and Caitlin.